We're here today to celebrate the launch of the UK Chocolate Masters to the press, meeting the contestants and just having a bit of fun with chocolate.
Born in Salem, New Jersey, grew up in Philadelphia. We lived in Seattle for 3 or 4 years. I was working in a restaurant called the Europe Farm, and that's where I started to be trained in chocolate.
I joined Thames Valley University, now University of West London, and that ended up me in competing for the UK at the World Skills. Part of my training for World Skills was to work at William Curley, and when I got back he offered me a job, and I've been there for 3 years and now head chocolatier.
I grew up in South Africa to a German mother and a South African father. I decided to start making Easter eggs to make a bit of pocket money, and I was 14 when I started that, and it's just kind of gone on from there. Qualified as a chef and then worked in a number of places around the world in the pastry kitchens like the London Hilton on Park Lane, Ritz-Carlton, Park Hyatt.
I love working with chocolate because it's versatile. It's a great medium to sculpt with, to make cakes, lots of things with it. The ladies love it.
It tastes good, it smells good, and there's so many things you can do with it.
I've always had an interest in it. I've always liked, and I like the idea of tempering and using moulds, and it harks back to when you're a child, you know, and you're playing with things and you're creating, and you know, and you can play with your food a little bit, and it's very fun.
The theme is architecture of taste, and it's quite a tricky one. It's quite open, so everybody can interpret it the way they want. I have tried to take on all the senses as well as all the metals and everything that you use in construction.
I've interpreted the theme of architecture of taste in a literal and a metaphorical sense. I've got structural parts in my centrepiece and throughout my creations, but also metaphorically I've looked at the structure of society, the beginning of society.
I think I'm looking at it from a standpoint of when I was younger and how I've grown into liking these things, you know, and that we can't forget where we came from and where it started.
It's great to be at the Gherkin at the launch of the competition. Looking around London, there's great architecture, a mix of new and old.
The Gherkin building's great. I've never been before. I've always seen loads of pictures of it. It's really an honour to be here.
When you get inside of it and we're at the top of the building, you know, and you can see London, and it's a fantastic place to be.
It's a very difficult competition to take part in. Obviously there's lots of competitions around, which is a group of contestants representing their country, but this is the only competition which is solely on one person. There's a great pressure, but it's an absolutely fantastic competition.
Pressure, it's something you deal with, but as a chef and being trained in that way, you deal with it every day. So if you can deal with it and go through with it, you're fine.
You just have to stay calm and just keep going, and just, us ladies can multitask, so hopefully I'll be all right.
Calabo chocolate is great to work with. It's really easy to emulsify anything with. It's very viscous, and it tempers really easy as well.
Not just the chocolate, but the company are great. They help you in any way they can, with their reps, visiting you and obviously telling you about new products and keeping you involved in the chocolate world. I've
never worked with a company before where you've had that level of support like they do have, and I've been working with it for about 15-20 years, and I've just found the products to be very consistent all throughout the time that I've used it.
I'm looking forward to seeing what other competitors do as well as myself. I look forward to pushing myself and being more creative than I would hopefully usually be in my normal day-to-day work.
I did this 2 years ago, and I learned a lot, and I think that's all I'm here for, The passion of what I do, of course, but to learn, to see.
I like to be under pressure, and I like to feel, that there's a challenge out there, and then in your everyday day-to-day stuff, it's not hard. It doesn't seem like it's hard.
I mean, a great deal to be a UK Chocolate Master, to represent my country in cooking, and one thing I love, be a great achievement.
The UK's never had a female before, so I kind of want to do it for the ladies,
To be the winner, be great. you know, it'd be fantastic. There's nothing better than a win, is there?